Record. Okay. Now it's being recorded. Okay, all right. So we were discussing about the accumulation structure we have done. I have created a video as well, but I have not uploaded yet. I will upload it today, okay, on the YouTube, so you can watch it later. So
Okay.
we were also discussing about third type of accumulation, which is distribution structure. Okay, that was what? We have discussed almost all four kinds. The third one was that buying this one here, okay? So you have a down wave here, okay? A distribution, right? Sorry, up wave here. You're going in an up wave, okay? And then, all right, up wave here, and then suddenly this wave becomes larger than this one. Distribution, right? So this is impulse wave. Impulse wave, I, impulse, impulse, impulse. This one is corrective, 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 corrective. So what do you see here? The last corrective wave, okay? I will call it as C star, C static, and this one as I static. Okay, so you can see this current wave, the C static wave becomes larger than this one, C static wave. Okay, so this is a corrective wave becomes larger than impulsive wave. Am I right? So what kind of process is this? And you can see, how do we know that this wave becomes larger than this one? It will break the last low. Got it? Right?
Yep.
Okay, so here on the top, what we will observe on the top of this move, of the impulsive move, on the high. Climatic move or EVNR. Okay. So what are the characteristics of climatic move? I told you. Number one, huge spreads. Number two, huge volume. Number three, what do we have? Close, bullish, climatic bar closes at 25 to 75% below the high of that bar. Am I right?
Yep.
You know this all already. Okay, that's a climatic move. And then after this climatic move, this will become what? You'll also notice when this usually occurs, usually what happens, you will either see what? An SOT action, or you will also see sometimes what? Oversold action, overbought action. Got it? Both of this can occur. And obviously we have a climatic volume here, and there's a huge volume, huge surge in volume, huge spread, and then you can bullish climatic bar closes at 25 to 75% below the high. If this is a high, if this is a blue bar here, and the price goes up, let's suppose the price goes up and then closes below here, 25% or 50% or 75%. Got it? So what will happen? This will become the buying climax. Buying climax. And this will become the buying climax reference line. Got it? So what are we going to see? We want the price to come back and test this region. Okay? And go on. Got it?
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So, and we draw this line here. This is same here. The same large line here, the bar here. We want the price to come back and test this region, go out. Got it? And if you draw the channel, you will obviously see after this price breaks this high here, you will see what? Obviously here. You will see JAC here on this point. Right? JAC. Test. And this test becomes what? LPSY. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So distribution, or we have covered the all 4 kinds of distribution in the previous video. This one is the 5th kind. Okay. And you know about buying exhaustion, selling exhaustion. Let me discuss that as well. So buying exhaustion, selling exhaustion is just like, buying exhaustion and buying. Okay, buying exhaustion and panic buying. Okay, there are 2 kinds of another. Okay, what you see, you will see a huge bar here, then here, then here, then here. Okay, then you see sudden rise in huge volume. Okay, this sudden rise in volume. So this bar becomes larger than the previous impulse bar. Sudden acceleration to the upside. Okay, huge volume, and then what you will see? You will see that then the volume, as the price first will have a huge volume, and then the price will keeps on decreasing, right? So you will have a combination of climatic volume plus a no demand type of volume. Understand?
Yeah.
So this will become buying climax and price will come back, test this region. Okay, and then go back again. And what is the other scenario? The other scenario is panic buying. What is panic buying? First of all, you will see a small bar, huge. Okay, you will see a huge bar like a average volume. Then the spread will decrease and volume will increase. Then spread will decrease more, volume will increase. So this effort versus no result type of action, EVNR, on multiple bars. Got it? EVNR on 3 multiple bars. This is known as panic buying. Okay. And then this will become what? Buying climax. And you will see the characteristic as well. This will also be a, like oversold. So whatever kind of accumulation it is, all kinds of accumulation will either have an oversold, overbought or shortening of thrust. Do you understand? To be in a, to talk in a precise way, every kind of buying climax and overbought will have what? An overbought or shortening of the thrust characteristics. Understand? Whether it is panic buying, whether it is a buying exhaustion, whether it is like the corrective wave becomes larger than the impulsive wave, whatever it is. Okay, got it?
Yep. Okay.
Okay, now the price can test if this is buying climax line. Okay, this one another important characteristic. If this is buying climax line, let's suppose this is buying climax, this huge bar, BC, buying climax. Okay, this buying climax line can be tested in 2 ways. Number 1 test is you will just see a response here with no demand, efforts, secondary test, spring, and upthrust, upthrust, test to upthrust, those kind of straight away move. Got it? And the price goes down. Okay. So you have this here, secondary test, lower high, plus UT, then UTAD, and then test of UT. Got it? All those kind of things. Okay. EVNR, no demand. Got it? Straight away, sorry. Understand? This is first kind of test here. All right. The second kind of test is the price does not test this buying climax region in a straight line. What happens? This is a buying climax. Okay. And this is buying climax. and the price comes back to test this region. Price goes down, comes back to test this region. Now the price, when testing region, rather than going in a straight line, a straight up move, the price starts moving in this wave. Multiple waves. So what happens when you see this kind of wave structure here? What do? You have to draw this trend line, this trend channel. Got it? Remember this always, and never take your position right over this touch. You have to wait for overbought of this region. What do you have to wait? Overbought of this trend line, of this trend channel, because this is known as simple testing. Simple testing is, you see the test is coming just one straight move to the upside, and then test with a, and then test with secondary test, this one. And this is known as complex testing. Complex testing means when the price tests in waves. Price starts moving in waves. Okay, this is a weaker test, and then there's the overbought, and then price reverses. So if you just take a trade on this bar, you will lose your trade because your stop loss will be hit. Okay, and price will make overbought and then reverse. This happens or not?
Yeah.
Right.
Happens.
Okay. So you have to remember this scenario. It's very, very important. Okay. Now there is one more thing about testing, which is very important. Okay. Now let's suppose failed testing. Now we have to remember about failed testing. What is successful test and what is failed test? Let's suppose if this is buying climax. Okay. And this is another buying climax. We have two types of testing, simple testing and complex testing. Okay. So first we draw the simple testing move. Simple testing, price goes up here and then test here, then goes down. And what kind of test is this? Let's suppose a secondary test, lower high, UT, UTAD, okay? Test of UT, EVNR, and then no demand. Got it? We are testing this region here. Okay. And if you see the volume here, the volume on this buying climax will be larger than this one. So testing volume, okay. So this is testing volume, this is buying climax volume. So if testing volume is lower than, is less than buying climax volume, then it is what? Successful test. Got it?
Yeah, the buying climax volume.
Is
we
higher
look at
than, yeah.
Yeah,
The
should
buying
we look at
climax,
the 5-minute time frame or the 3-minute time frame? Does it
3-minute time
matter?
frame, 15-minute time frame, whatever you like it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you are looking for entry, so you will basically look for a 3-minute time frame. Okay. Because you're looking for entries over here. So the point is that testing volume, which is a buying climax volume, if the testing volume is less than buying climax volume, then it is known as successful test. It means that the price will immediately reverse. Okay. And if the testing volume becomes larger than buying climax volume, what will happen? Can you tell me?
Failed buying climax.
Yeah, this will become a failed test. So failed test means testing volume is greater than buying climax volume. Okay. Testing volume should be. So what will happen? What we will expect? We will not take the trade. What we will do? We'll wait for retest of testing area with lower volume. If we get this retest with lower volume, then only we will take this trade. Got it? The short trade. So what? Now we come back and test this volume here, region again, and then the price. Now this one is lower than this one. So we will compare what? We will not compare this volume with this volume. We will compare this volume with this volume. Got it? Where the failed tax occur. So we'll compare the volume here with this volume. If this volume is larger than the buying climax. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So we second testing volume. So if our second testing volume is lower than is less than testing volume, then we will take our short trade. We will sell here. Got it?
Yep.
All good, right? The same situation will apply here as well. Okay. Complex structure. But this time, what we will compare? We will compare the volume of what? Sorry. So now we will compare the volume of what? Okay, we will apply the same formula here. Do I have to repeat this all formula, or you know, or you have got the point?
I think I understand. Yeah.
Okay. So now we will compare here the OB volume, the overbought of this channel volume with buying climax. Okay. Compare OB volume with buying climax volume. The same rule apply here. The same thing. Failed testing and successful testing. Understand? When there's a failed testing, you will not take a trade. You will wait for the retest of the failed test. And when there is when the retest of the failed test area has a lower volume than the failed test volume, then we will take the sell trade. Here as well, the same thing applies. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Now there's one more thing which you need to remember. Okay. Now the situation is different here. Now let's suppose we have a buying climax here. Okay. Now what is termed as failed buying climax? I will tell you. Now this is buying climax, let's suppose. Buying climax. Okay. Obviously, this becomes what? AR. This becomes what?
Secondary test.
Yeah, secondary test or lower high ST or UT. Got it? UTAD, all those kind of stuffs. No demand, EVNR, test of UT. Got it? Oh, all right. Now, let's suppose the volume of buying climax here is this one. Let's suppose this is a buying climax volume. Okay, this one. And this when we have a AR volume. Now, AR volume becomes larger than this one. Then this becomes a oh no, this will okay. AR becomes larger volume here. So the larger volume just breaks down here. It says that the buyers are coming. Okay, so this will not affect. So AR volume becomes larger than buying climax volume. This will not affect it. Okay, got it? Nothing will happen. It can be smaller or larger. It doesn't matter. If it's larger, it's tell you that there are a lot of sellers here. If this is smaller, then it means there are still a lot of sellers over here. Got it? On the buying climax volume. So it can be larger, the air volume, or the smaller. Do you understand? It does not matter. Got it?
Yep.
But let's suppose if we make again the test here, after test we have a spring here. And now during spring pattern, we see the volume becomes extraordinarily high, more higher than the buying volume. The spring volume becomes higher than the buying volume. We can compare this one and this one. So this becomes what? This becomes failed buying climax. Got it? When this becomes failed by climax, now we will not take a short trade. Now we will take what? We will take a long trade. Got it? Understand? The whole bias has changed because of this volume. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, this
Understand.
is a scenario. So you have to see spring as well and everything. When a spring becomes much more higher than this one, obviously when the spring becomes higher than this one and you would draw the structure as well like this, maybe this becomes overbought and oversold. This oversold volume becomes higher than buy climax. So you will follow which direction? This direction or this direction? Obviously the one with the higher volume. Got it?
All right.
So either you will get a spring or you will get this kind of test of spring like this one. Either you will get one straight move spring or you will get this kind of move. I hope you got my point. Got it? This kind of move here, this straight move here, or this channel move. Okay, the spring or this oversold. Okay, a minor oversold. But if the volume exceeds the buying climax volume, then we will not follow the bias of the buying climax. We will follow the bias of the spring. Is everything clear now?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Now redistribution. Okay, let's go for the redistribution now. Okay, you know about the redistribution techniques?
Yeah, I think FDI.
Okay, all right. So if we have a redistribution, let's suppose we have a channel here, and now I will just draw the FTI, okay? I don't need to draw buying climax and all those stuff. Okay, obviously. Now I have the FTI move here, okay? FTI. So after FTI, the price can do what? The price can come back, test this region, okay, first reference, or the price can, if the price breaks through this region, the price can also test this region as well. Got it? These two reference region. This is all of these region. This will also be, if the price tests this region, this becomes what? LPSY, right? If the price test this region, this becomes what? UT plus LPSY, right? Okay, correct?
Yep.
This
Correct.
is one case which can happen. This is one case which can happen. The second case, after FTI, what can happen during redistribution? This is a process of redistribution, okay? FTI testing redistribution, okay? Then price goes down. FTI, this is also a redistribution process. Distribution, and then after FTI, we have a redistribution process. After FTI, we can also have another process, okay? This is case one. Either we have LPSY or UT plus LPSY, or this case two, we will have this kind of structure. This becomes what? Redistribution. Got it? FTI. Got it? This is case 2. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is case 3? Case 3 is we are in a downtrend. We are in a downtrend. Okay, in a downtrend, the price has not reached overbought, oversold, all these kind of trades. Okay, the price is not reached oversold and shortening of thrust. Nothing had happened like this. But within the structure, what do you see? That the price start accumulating here. The price start making a range here. This becomes what? As I told you in the Bitcoin case, this becomes what? Redistribution. Because the price can still go down, make an oversold, and then reverse. So at this point, if it makes upthrust and a redistribution process, then this becomes what? Redistribution. Got it?
Yeah.
So in this scenario, what happens? The price has not reached what? The price has not reached oversold level, plus the price has not reached the SOT level. So in this case, if you see the range here, right near this line, this supply line, this range will be known as redistribution. Okay. Now redistribution, now there are 3 variants of redistribution. This is the redistribution, where we can identify the redistribution. Now redistribution, okay, can also occur like this. For example, the price becomes here like this, FTI. Okay, after FTI, the price makes a straight range. Then there's the 4th case here. The 4th case is of redistribution. Okay, now let's suppose we have here, here, here. This becomes what? FTI. And price does what here? Make sense? Price can also do like this. Got it?
Yeah.
OB. Either it will be a minor OB or it will be what? SOT. Okay. Either of these 2 conditions. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 kinds of distribution process structures. Okay. And now, distribution can occur in there are 3 to 4 variants of distribution. Can you tell me the one variant? One variant is that you have this line here. Upthrust UT. Got it? This is redistribution range. You got UT. Got it? The second type can be
Built down.
VCP pattern.
Okay. VCP.
Volatility contraction pattern. First UT, then volatility contraction pattern. Third one, another variant. And this usually happens before London Open as well, right?
Yeah. Built down.
Yeah, build down. Correct. Got it? Build down. And then there is a 4th one as well. 4th one is, rather than this horizontal range, now the range of redistribution is like this. For example, FTI. This is FTI move as I showed you in the Bitcoin case, remember?
Yeah. Remember.
Yeah. And now,
Like a flat back.
yeah. We mix a lower high here. We draw the range here, and then we saw that the price is making consistent lower high. So we draw the channel. Okay. And then what happens? the price like a flag pattern. You know about flag pattern, right?
Yeah, but I don't really
Yeah.
encounter it so much.
Yeah. And this is what, you know, oversold, right? Or there can be another pattern as well. Same like this, FTI. And then what happens? The price starts reaccumulating. Oh, sorry, redistributing. SOT. And you know there are already 3 kinds of SOT. You know, right?
Yeah.
What kind of SOT we have? We have rounding SOT, SOT plus oversold, or standard SOT. Got it? 3 touch points, standard SOT. So simple SOT, rounding SOT, or SOT plus oversold. SOT plus oversold will look like this. If this is SOT level, this SOT line, got it? This is SOT plus oversold. Got it?
Okay.
So these are the redistribution pattern. The same thing is true for accumulation, reaccumulation. Okay. Do I have to repeat it all, or you know already?
Would be nice to have a compilation.
Okay, okay. All right. So let's discuss about reaccumulation pattern as well. So first of all, reaccumulation pattern, we have this range. Reaccumulation after this one, sorry. Buying climax. After buying climax, what do we see? Or not buying climax, sorry. JAC move. Okay. After JAC, what do we see? The price do what? Start making a range, right? Got it? This is redistribution. Oh, sorry, reaccumulation. The second pattern, again, we have a JAC move. And now what do we have? Got it? Reaccumulation.
Yeah.
Okay. Flag pattern, reaccumulation. And this can be what? This can be SOT or oversold. Okay. How about the third pattern here? The third pattern is similar like distribution, like redistribution. There's no difference. We have downtrend. No downtrend, uptrend. Sorry. We have an uptrend here. And the price has not reached overbought in this one. Got it? And then within the range, you will see this kind of range here, range here, range here. Got it? Okay. And this condition occurs when the price has not reached what? Overbought or SOT level. Okay. Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Okay.
Okay. And then we have different variations, you know already. Number first one is when we have a reaccumulation. First pattern. Spring, right? This is FTI move. Okay. Second one,
This FTI or JAC?
yeah, JAC, yeah. But you understand the concept, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't usually remember the names, I just, like, I don't name it. Okay, so this one here, what kind of pattern is this? You know already.
VCP?
Yeah, VCP pattern. Third type of pattern, you know.
Build up.
Okay. Okay, and then the fourth type of pattern. You know this already, right? So the range can be like this after JAC, or the range can also be like this. Got it? There are two kinds of range. Understand?
Yep.
Yeah. And then this becomes what? Oversold or SOT. Okay. Whatever the situation is, this is the reaccumulation process. Any questions so far?
No.
No. So now I will end this video now. Get a new video. Practice something on chart now. Now a few more practice, and then we will end the session. Then we'll if you have time during the weekday, like one day, then I will give you the scenario for London setup and New York setup with complete rules. Okay. And within this week as well, I will also prepare a PDF file for you so that you can remember all the structures, see all the rules, remember it. Okay, as I told you the last week, right? Draw the charts and all these rules, right? If you remember them, then you can apply on the charts. Got it?
Yep. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So I end this webinar and I start again, then we do some practice. Okay. So I'm calling you again.
Okay.